Hello everyone, I am Pooja Sharma back with some more interesting MCQs related to mental health nursing. So, without any further ado, let's get started. So, our first question is, a client is preparing to attend an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting for the first time and is told by the nurse that this group uses a 12-step program. The nurse tells the client that the first step in the 12-step program is which of the following. So your options are given below. Okay, so the first step in the 12-step program is to admit to having a problem. So the right answer of this question would be option number B. And if you can see option number A and option number D, which says stating that drinking will be stopped or discontinuing relationship with friends who drink, these are some kind of unrealistic goals as per the first step in the process to recovery. So first step is admitting to having a problem, and option number C is identifying activities that can be substituted for drinking. This could be used as a strategy but not as the first step. And if you are having trouble in this question, in dealing with this question, you can review the 12 step programs for this specific group. Okay, so the next question is, a nurse is preparing a client for the termination phase of the nurse-client relationship. The nurse prepares to implement which nursing task appropriate for this phase. So options are planning short-term goals, making appropriate referrals, developing realistic solutions, identifying expected outcomes. So in the termination phase, basically in the termination phase, what all the tasks that are involved? First is evaluation of client performance, evaluation of expected outcomes, that whether expected outcomes achieved or not, evaluation of future needs, that what are the future needs of our client. Okay, so termination phase includes evaluation of client performance, expected outcomes and future needs. And then termination phase includes making appropriate referrals, and also what all are the common behaviors associated with the termination phase. So basically termination phase includes evaluation, referrals, appropriate referrals, and dealing with the common behaviors associated with the termination. So obviously the answer would be option number B, making appropriate referrals. This would be the answer of this question. So option 1, option number A, option number C and option D. These options are the tasks of the working phase of the relationship. So if you have any doubt in this question, you can review the topic nurse-client relationship for the better understanding. Next question. So the next question is, a nurse in a mental health clinic is reviewing the records of the client to seen that day. The nurse determines that which of the following client is at the highest risk for suicide. And options are given below. You can read by yourself and use your brain for the correct option. Okay, so before choosing the right answer, first we have to understand the risk factors associated with the suicide, and that includes previous suicide attempts. Okay, that includes previous suicide attempts, mental disorders, co-occurring, co-occurring mental and alcohol and substance abuse disorders, family history of suicide, and impulsiveness or aggressiveness tendencies. These are some risk factors associated with the suicide. And if we are talking about the gender, as per the gender, the suicide rate is higher among the males as compared to the females. but the number of attempted suicide is higher in females than the males. The actual suicide rate is higher in males, but the attempted suicide rate is higher in females. And as per the, and if we are talking about the age groups, the age groups which are equal or below 19 are at great risk, and those who are equal or greater than 45 years of age are at great risk. So for considering all this information in mind, we can easily choose our option. The answer of this question is option number C, because all the possible potential risk factors of suicide are present in this option. The client's age is 18 year, he is 18-year-old, and he is abusing the drug and alcohol, and also the impulsiveness, the aggressiveness of this age factor is also present. And if you can see option number A, 47-year-old, recently divorced, he would be at the next highest risk of suicide. And if we can see option number 2, option number B, and option number D, these are the clients with some lower risk for suicide. Okay, so next question. A female client is admitted to the inpatient mental health unit. When asked her name, she responds, "I am Elizabeth, the Queen of England." The nurse recognizes this response as a, so this is a direct question, and the answer would be, obviously, answer would be grandiose delusion. So in grandiose delusion, people having an overinflated sense of worth, power, knowledge, or identity. They believe that they are having a great talent, or they have made some important discoveries. All these things are seen in grandiose delusions. So the answer would be option C. Next. Okay, a nurse is planning care for a client who is experiencing psychomotor agitation. Which of the following activities would be appropriate for the nurse to plan for the client? And options are working with clay, playing chess, playing simple card games, reading magazines. So in people with psychomotor agitation, they cannot stay still, or they cannot remain themselves calm. They always use their movements to release tension and anxiety. So for these kinds of clients, it is always best to provide some activities that involve the use of hands and gross motor movements, so that they can relieve their tension easily. For example, these activities include, just say, ping pong, volleyball, finger painting, drawing, working with the clay. So the right option will be working with the clay. Why? Because these kind of activities provide the client a more appropriate way of discharging the motor tension. Okay, and if you are talking about the other options like playing chess, obviously no, because it requires more concentration and more intensive use of thought processes. And if we are talking about option number C and option number D, these are kind of sedentary activities that we should not give to the client, because they would not help in relieving the motor tension of the client. Next. Okay, a client's priority nursing diagnosis has been risk for injury related to the high risk for the suicide. The client has had no suicidal thought for the past several days and is making plans for a return to a vocational school after discharge from the hospital. The nurse evaluates these findings and documents that this nursing diagnosis, and your options are, sorry, this is option number B. Okay, so option A is still a concern to the nursing staff. Next, requires further assessment, seems to have been resolved, such as the need for close monitoring. The client's mood is improving. So, and the client is also not experienced recently any kind of suicidal thoughts, right? So the nurse and the staff can easily and safely conclude that the client has passed the danger point, and so the further assessment does not much needed or does not seem warranted. So option C would be the right answer of this question. Why? Because you can easily eliminate as the options A, B and D, because all these three options are talking about the same thing. They are more comparable and basically saying the same thing. Next question. A client has been admitted to the mental health unit with a diagnosis of social phobia disorder. Which behavior would the nurse expect the client to exhibit? So, social phobia is a kind of fear in which a person is having always a fear of appearing stupid in the presence of others and of doing something embarrassing. So in these kind of situations, the client become anxious when the attention is on him. So the option and the right answer of this question would be option number 4, yani option D. And if we are talking about other options, option A, fear of leaving the house. This indicates the agoraphobia. And option B, shortness of breath and palpitations when riding in an elevator. This this is the indication of claustrophobia. And option 3, persistent hand washing before eating food. Kind of things we can see in obsessive compulsive behavior. So the right option would be option D. Next. Okay, so now the time for fun facts. Fun facts. Okay, tell me 64 divided by 16. What will you get? 4 upon 1, right? So what's funny in this? Okay, now add one more 6 on the numerator side and one more 6 on the denominator side. What will you get? Calculate and tell me. And okay, now I'm adding one more 6 on the numerator side and one more 6 on the denominator side. What will you get now? So in all these cases, the answer would be only 4 by 1. Answer would be same in the so on cases. Okay, and now quiz time. So today's quiz is, where is the first e-waste clinic has been set up? E-waste clinic has been set up where? Okay, तो आप लोगों को you have to tell the answer of this question in the comment box, or you can just refer the answer for your own knowledge also. Okay, so now I'm ending this video here.